Well, me and Rigby are currently looking for another spot to prospect this weekend. Just looking around, maybe find something new and exciting. Let me show you around. I don't think there's much going on here. It's raining. We've had a little bit of a thaw. The water is absolutely raging in here. I mean, it gets worse, but it's just a little bit too much for us to deal with right here. This goes up quite a ways that way, and there's all kinds of bedrock and stuff to work, but today is not the day. He's been looking for somewhere to sink a shovel in, and we just can't find it. Oh well, we're just gonna keep looking. Back in a bit. Video update. We've been driving around a long time, checking out spot and spot and spot. Now, a lot of them don't have any open water, so you can't really tell what's going on. Now this one here, it does have some areas of open water. It must be blocked up a little bit here and there. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't be up so deep. There's a little bit of water on the ice, but I can deal with that. And what intrigues me about this spot right here, now I found this on Google Maps. Me and Rigby just doing some driving around today, and I did bring some pans and my waders. Now I'm parked way up there. It's a pretty steep hill, just so anybody coming up or down the hill doesn't have to slide into me or whatnot. But what caught my eye was this hillside right here. Now I'll get up on it here a little bit. That's all bedrock right there. This whole thing right here is all bedrock, and it goes off into the wilderness that ways, quite a ways. Rigby spotted that right off. He said, turn around. So we did. We turned around and parked up there. Now, not just that, but the fact that the creek right here, you can see, I've never been on this creek, by the way, ever one time. It just kind of caught my eye on the Google Maps here, and right there, it goes right up against the edge of that bank right there, and that's all bedrock. And if you look this way, it goes right back up there, and that's all bedrock over there, both sides. This thing's going right through a little bedrock valley here. Now, I don't know how deep it is. I don't know what the material underneath is consisting of, but there are a number of large trees in there. That one over there is probably 4 feet around. So there could be 200 feet of overburden on top of this stuff, or 5 feet. I just don't have any idea unless we get a shovel in the ground. So we're going to get a shovel and my waders. Back in a bit. Video update. Well, we started testing a little bit. Now, I really want to get up there alongside of that bedrock mountain right there. But the first thing I'm going to do is test any material I can get at. And so here's some open water right here, and there's a log going all the way across the creek. And typically that's going to be a decent place to check for heavy black sands, gold, etc., and gravels. Well, I did pull a little bit of material out of there, and here it is. Solid muck. Just black forest muck. Yuck. It tastes horrible. There's a little bit of sand underneath. I got down a little bit deeper, like this stuff here. There's a little sand underneath there, but I didn't find one piece of gravel, just nothing but light sand and muck. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to push over towards the hillside over there and see if we can't get into some gravels, because that's the first thing I'm going to be looking for is gravels and anything that's not, well, muck. Back in a bit. Well, that last spot turned out to be a bust. Nothing but black muck, and more black muck. So we're still on the hunt. Got a big old water pool right here, a whirlpool. And I hear some activity up around the corner up there. Let's go see. Let's go. Find the gold. Find the gold, buddy. Ooh-wee. Climbing up a mountain here. That's way up there. Yeah, we're getting there. Sure is nice out here, I tell you that. Even if we don't find any gold, it's just nice getting out and seeing what there is to see. Ooh, we gotta be careful up here. This is all slippery bedrock up here. We definitely don't want to land down there. Well, there's definitely some activity here. Man, the water is so high, holy cow. Ooh-wee. I don't think there's much we can do here either, other than enjoy the sights. Rigby's having a good time climbing up the mountains here. That's straight up. Ooh-wee. Well, I hear even more activity up around that way. Let's go take a look. Ooh-wee. These are slippery. Yes, indeed. All right, I'm gonna have to start grabbing onto stuff here. Back in a bit. Well, we're getting closer. And closer. Rigby's leading the way here. And I see what we could hear up there. Then we get around this here tree one time. Ooh-wee. Look at here. Look at all these big boulders scattered all over the place. That water's really humming through that little ravine right there, that's for sure. There might be some action here with a yabby pump or something in between all these rocks down in here. I don't know. I just sure would hate for something to happen to Rigby. If he gets stuck in there, well, he's gonna be under ice over there. So I think I'll just steer clear of this. But it sure is nice to look at anyway. There he is over there. Well, let's find something we can actually get a shovel in. Back in a bit. Well, we made it to another spot me and Rigby found on Google Maps. Now, before I go getting all my gear out of the truck, I wanted to come and inspect it a little bit before I started making the big hike. Now, it looks to me like this is just what I'm looking for right here. I'm standing on some ice here, that's gonna break. Looks like it's got some really nice, good-sized cobbles in there. This is chewing right through a great big body of glacial till. That's just what we're looking for too. And as you can see down in there, there's walnut size there. That one there's crepes that might be 2 feet wide right there. So there's a really good mix. So I think me and Rigby, whoop, I just fell in there with my boots. And I got a wet foot. Me and Rigby are gonna grab our gear and take a little hike up the creek here. We're gonna set up camp here and we're gonna just dig and dig and dig until we find some gold. Back in a bit. Well, I think we found our spot. Did a little bit of hiking up the creek here, and I was looking for anything that kind of jumped out at me. Inside bends, drops in elevation, points where the creek is a little bit narrower and then it widens out into like a settling pond. And I found just a spot like that. Let's take a look. Now, when I say I found it, what I meant to say was Rigby found it. He's a gold sniffing hound. That's right. I'll tell you why he picked this spot. I haven't even been all the way up here yet. Rigby was up here sniffing around and giving me the eyeball. Now this little creek, it's not much, but it is cutting through the exact type of material that I'd like to work around here. And this part of the creek is going right down through a lot of big boulders and nice sized cobbles. And they're just built into the bank, and that's what this whole hill is made out of. And it's coming down in a drop in elevation. This whole stretch here is coming down, down, down. And then it hits this curve right here. A nice, tight inside bend right here. Just what I'm looking for. And it comes over here, and it has one nice little drop in elevation right there. It's probably 6 inches or so up. And I can make that up to 8 inches real quick just by moving a couple of boulders, and I'm going to. And then if you'll notice right there, the creek widens out from about 3 feet right there. We're coming around this bend right here, and it widens out to about 10 to 12 feet right there. That's what we're looking for. It's a nice little settling area for flower gold and anything else I might be after. So I'm going to set my sluice up right in here somewhere. We're going to start classifying some buckets of material right there. We're going to get to work. Back in a bit. Oh, he's helping. Let's get rid of some of these pieces of ice around here so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, here you go. Let them float downstream. Rigby will help them along a little bit. We'll build our dam right there. Some nice good sized rocks in here to play with. We're in business. Here's a look at the first shovel of material. It's not a big one, just what I got out from underneath the big rock that I took out of here so far. That's the material we're looking for. And the first thing I noticed was this bad boy right here. That is heavily mineralized right there. Look at all them gold specks on there. Now it's not gold, but it's telling me that there's mineralized material in this area. And the other spots that I work, if you start finding stuff like this, for whatever reason, I've been finding gold. So we're gonna give that a little pitch for Chris Lilly. Get out of here. I'll tell you what, I think what I'm gonna do here, just to see if there's any black sand, get that off of there. Might as well do a test pan. Let me fill one up. We'll see what we got in this stuff. Back in a bit. All right, let's see what's in this stuff. Yeah. There's no clay in it yet. I've only just now scratched the surface, so I don't even know where the clay might be in here. And hopefully we can find us some black sand and ultimately gold. Get rid of them. The water's nice and clear, so I can see exactly what's going down in the bottom of that pan. And there is quite a bit of sand in this stuff too. Lots of light blonde sand in there.
Get rid of that. More black sand. And I am seeing some black sand starting to show up. Not gobs of it, but a fair amount. Let me see if I can get that down quickly enough here. Yeah. See a couple rolls on there.
All right, let's see what we got. All right, we got gold. 100% there's gold here. There's a piece right there. See if I can get that to show. Sure, one little teeny weeny dot. That's just off the surface of this stuff here. I didn't even get down to the good gravels yet, so I think we're going to be in business. Let me get a whole pail of this stuff classified down and start running it through my sluice. Got her set up and running well. Might be a little hot, but we can correct that soon enough. Back in a bit. Running pretty good. Got everything bouncing around in there nice. I think I like the way it's running. So let's run it. Break time. That's right. He's a hard-working miner. He needs a little fiber and a beef stick. Back in a bit. All right, we're running away here, and I'm seeing that some gold stick to this indicator mat I threw on there. It's just some old roofing material, some kind of sticky black rubber that I used to go over the top of the front edge of my mat there. And this mat is a Devon Gold VDR sluice mat by Infinity Prospecting. That mat works so darn good, I put their sticker on my sluice. This mat catches the smallest of the small gold You wouldn't even believe it. And I need that here in Wisconsin and throughout the Midwest for that matter. Because it's just absolute powder flower gold. Now it's not as powdery as that stuff Nick Apuzzo sent me from all that hard rock mining he does. But it's pretty small. Let's get back to work. Back in a minute. Let's see if we can see some of this gold that's sticking to the mat. There's a piece. See all those little tiny dots? That's gold. They're super, super small, but there's lots of them sticking to this mat. Then they get wished off of there. There's another one down in there. If you'll notice in my mat here, right behind all those little eyebrows, it's collecting all that black sand in there. Just every one of them. I got this thing dialed in perfectly. If you got black sand and only black sand hiding behind those little eyebrows, those little cavities and drop riffles are guaranteed catching the gold. We are on it. Some of these scoops I'm seeing 5, 6, 7 pieces stick to this gall darn indicator mat I installed up here. There's one right there. Oh, darn it, right there. There's another one right there. Heck yeah. They're really super small. But hey, they're gold, you know. Look at that one. He just woke up. I got 3 pails run through this baby already. We're gonna run 2 more for a 5 pail trip. We're gonna get this stuff home, run it over my cleanup sluice. Back in a bit. All right, that's 5 5-gallon pails. We're gonna do a cleanup. We're gonna get the heck out of here and get that stuff home, put it on my cleanup sluice. We got lots of black sand in here, that's for sure. Get that in there. Stand that baby up. Just like that. I did see a number of larger flakes go flying up and off of there, but they're just like tin foil around here. So hopefully they stayed in here. Come on, you. Get in that pail. It's stuck to the bottom of my, hopefully it ain't froze. There we go. There. Relatively easy, I guess. All right, let me get that stuff in my container and we'll get the heck out of here. Back in a bit. Video update. We made it back. You know the drill. First things first. Gotta grab a little something out of the fridge of wonder here. That's right. All right. Here's all my concentrates right here. Look what I did. I broke my darn classifier. I used the heck out of this thing this year. I might have to build another one, and maybe I'll buy something online. I don't know. I sure like this thing. We'll see what's going on with that some other time. But for now, what I'm going to do is take my concentrates here, grab my kitchen type strainer device. We're going to turn this into bigs and smalls. That's what we're going to do. See if we can't find us a nugget. Let me get this stuff done like that there, and we'll take a look at it. Back in a bit. And here's all the gold from the bigs. There isn't any, except a few pieces of flower gold down in there. Look at that. Now I did clean this pan out before I started, and there was a small amount of really fine black sand. I guess I didn't do a very good job classifying, but that's encouraging. Look at that there. I don't know, it must be 1, 2, 3, about 10 little pieces in there. I'm gonna go ahead and snuffer those babies up. Just like that. Got them. All right, now I'm gonna start up my cleanup sluice here. Let me turn my controller on. Whoop, looks like we got a leak. I better get that fixed. Back in a bit. Well, we got our leak fixed. Let's start feeding this material in there. That's good and black too, look at that. Let's get that on there. See what it looks like. Looks like we're exchanging pretty good. I might have to turn that up just a little bit. Look at there's already a piece of gold right there. Right there. Heck yeah, that's encouraging. We're already off to a good start. Let me turn that up just a little bit, get this stuff roiling a little more. There we go. Now I got this little cleanup sluice from Infinity Prospecting as well. It works fantastic. So I'm gonna throw another one in there. We're gonna take our time feeding this stuff through, and we'll see what we wind up with. Back in a bit. All right, video update. I'm doing my best to get this pan down here. That was a lot of black sand in there, but I wanted to show you something awesome. I think Google Maps finally paid off. This is my new spot right here, big time. Look at the gold showing up in the final end here before I get this all cleaned up. This black sand is packed, absolutely packed with gold. This is better than my best spot around here. And this one's even closer than my favorite creek. I can't wait to get this cleaned up. Give me a couple minutes. Back in a bit. Well, here it is. I'm excited. Google Maps finally paid off. I have a brand new spot. This is better than my favorite creek right here, and it's closer. Look at this. Here, I'm going to throw my macro lens on here. I'm going to take a little look at this stuff. Look at that. That's five 5-gallon pails. I knew I saw some bigger ones sticking to that indicator mat I got on there, and then they'd go washing right off. I was running just a little bit hot up top, but it caught it all down below, and I'm happy with that. Take a look at that in real life. Come on, you get focused. That is fantastic in my book all day long. We put on a lot of miles, tried out a lot of new spots. This one here is going to pay off huge because I'm going to go back there and I'm just going to destroy that place. Destroy it. How fun was that? We got a nice pile of gold sitting right over there. And what do we have to do? Drive around, do a little bit of hiking. We got to see all kinds of cool stuff. I'll take that any day of the week. But the main thing is we found a brand new spot and nobody else knows about it. And there's great gold to be had there. All we had to do is find out the right kind of gravels and a little bit of open water, obviously, and the right terrain, and it really paid off huge. So until the next episode, like, share, subscribe. Please do leave a comment. It helps build my channel. Flower Gold Wizards out.